You'd like have to whip off your whole bra and then she'd just be measuring like your bare tits and your nipples are just there like throwing caution to the wind. Throw the horseshoe, you want to cripple yourself? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I thought I'd share some tips on how to boost your body confidence using your outfit choices. Now body confidence and confidence in general is something that I'm really passionate about because I struggled with mine for the longest time, and contrary to what the media would have you believe, it's not about being skinny and it's not about having a particular body type. It's about loving yourself where you are right now and making the best of what you have, and I think clothes are a really big part of that. So without further ado, let's get started with the tips. Now my first tip is to start with a good foundation, because I feel like building a body confidence boosting outfit is in many ways quite similar to building a house, and obviously when you start building a house you start with a foundation layer, which in terms of clothing means starting with a good base layer, which means underwear. I think when I first started building up my underwear collection I kind of went a little bit crazy, so I'd be buying all these like sort of really lacy designs and different colours. Like I really liked to coordinate the colours with my outfit, and that is cool. Like I think there's nothing more body confidence boosting than when you have a really beautiful matching lingerie set. But I've realised over the years that actually lacy underwear is perhaps not the best foundation layer if it's something that you're wanting to wear loads of different outfits, because for example if you're wearing something a little bit form-fitting it will tend to show the outline on your clothing. And in terms of the colours, I found that it was a bit of effort in the morning to have to like look for, if I was wearing like a yellow outfit, look for the matching yellow bra. So I kind of changed approach when it came to my underwear purchases, and I decided that instead of buying like loads of different colours and different designs, I would just choose sort of basics that I could wear with any outfit, and it would just be like the perfect sort of lingerie set. So an example of what I mean is this bra that I've got here. As you can see, it's just like a lovely nude bra. It's like a t-shirt bra. I'm not sure if it's microfiber, but it's got that sort of like smooth texture design. And I bought this from Boot Avenue last year, like during lockdown, and initially I just bought the one, but I loved it so much that I actually went back and bought two more. I think this was £6, and the thing that drew me to it was the fact that, like, obviously I'm brown skinned and it's really hard to find like nude underwear in my skin tone. So when I saw this I was just like, oh my gosh, a brown bra like in my size. I mean, like when does that ever happen? So this is why I say like my go-to bra. I wear this bra, well not this particular one, like I wear this type of bra because I've got 3 of them pretty much every day. It's got like a matching pair of pants as well, and the thing that I like about them is that because it's a t-shirt bra it doesn't like show in the outline of your clothes, and the pants that go with it are like seamless ones as well. So I just think that they're really handy for like an everyday sort of like lingerie set. Another thing that's particularly important as well is making sure that you're wearing the right size, because I think initially when I first started wearing bras I was a bit of a late bloomer, so I feel like a lot of my friends were wearing bras like way before I did, and then when my boobs finally sort of caught up, I just kind of would wear the bras that my mum would buy for me. So my mum would generally buy whatever was on offer, to be honest, and I kind of kept bugging her because I kind of felt like my bras weren't fitting right, so I kept bugging her like, oh, can I get my boobs measured? And eventually she took me, so I got my boobs measured at Marks and Spencer, and I was actually really surprised to find out that I was wearing a bra that was like 3 sizes below the cup size that I actually was. So I think it's really important to get yourself measured. Don't be nervous about it, because I think I was a little bit nervous. I was feeling kind of weird about it because I was like, it's a bit strange, like the idea of going into a fitting room and a random lady is just like measuring your boobs and looking at them.
This is really embarrassing.
Because I think I thought you'd like have to whip off your whole bra and then she'd just be measuring like your bare tits and your nipples are just there like throwing caution to the wind in front of a stranger. But it wasn't actually like that. So I think if I remember correctly, it was years and years ago, she let me keep my bra on, then she measured me like over the top of my bra, and then she went out of the fitting room to get a few bras and different styles in my size, and I sort of tried them on, and then she just sort of let me like pick the ones that were best for me, and then my mum went away and she bought me a couple of them later on. So I think Marks and Spencer did take a break from the bra measuring service because obviously like COVID it wouldn't have been safe, but I've looked on the website and they are actually offering it now. I actually think I'm probably due to have my boobs remeasured because I'm sure I was about 15 when I initially had it done, and my body has obviously changed in quite a few ways since then, so I'm thinking I might actually book one for myself coming up soon. But yeah, you guys should definitely go ahead and book an appointment, and you might be surprised to see that you're actually like several sizes bigger than you thought you were, or smaller than you thought you were in terms of band size, and it will just make you feel amazing when you know that your bra fits in the way that it should. Now my next tip, which might seem like an obvious one, is to make sure your clothes fit properly. Now ladies, I'm going to say it to you, just because you can get something onto your body does not mean that it fits you. I'm going to say it louder again for the people in the back. Just because you can get something onto your body does not mean that it fits you properly. And the same also applies to shoes, because I feel like every woman, or most women, have probably had that experience when you go into a shop, you fall in love with a pair of shoes, it's the last pair, and it's probably like a size or maybe half a size below yours, but then you make all these excuses to tell yourself that actually they fit properly.
Oh, maybe I just need to break them in. Maybe if I take them home, they'll fit. Maybe if I lose weight and my feet get smaller, then they'll fit. Maybe I just need to remove the insole.
And I've seen some crazy tips on the internet. Like I've seen some tips like if you put a freezer bag full of water inside the shoe and then put the shoe in the freezer overnight, then it will stretch. But dear, let me tell you something. If the shoe is scrunching your toes, it does not fit. If you walk a few steps and you want to take the whole thing off, throw the whole shoe away, it does not fit. Kilo de, you want to cripple yourself? But anyway, back on topic. My point is, clothes can fit very differently, particularly when you're shopping online, like I do often. So I have clothes in my wardrobe that go all the way from like a size 8 to a size 16, or all the way from a small to an extra large. So it's just a case of like trying things on, and don't pay any attention to the size on the label, because I feel like it doesn't matter. I've heard of women say that they don't want to buy a particular size in clothing, even though that's the size that fits them, because it makes them feel fat. But I'm kind of like, it's a mind thing. Because at the end of the day, I could wear a dress that's a size 6, and I'm definitely in no way, shape or form a size 6, never have been, probably never will be. And it might say size 6 on the label, but if I'm out for dinner, for example, and I can only eat like one french fry, because if I eat anything else then my like seams are gonna bust, then I'm like, is it really making me feel good? So my point is like, don't be afraid to size up. Like there's no shame at all in sizing up. And I think that because of the way that my body is, I find that I often have to size up or size down in particular clothes. So I'd say like overall my whole body is a size 10 in terms of measurements. But if I'm buying like a sort of dress that I want to be form fitting, I'll size down to a size 8. And if I'm buying like a jacket, for example, I'll usually size up to like a size 12 or 14, just because I have quite broad shoulders. My boobs aren't huge, but they're definitely sort of like present, so I don't like them to feel kind of like squished in clothing, especially if it's clothing like outerwear that you have to sort of fit other things underneath. But anyway, I say all this to say, make sure you try things on, and also buy clothes that fit you at the stage that you're at now. Don't try and buy like a dress that's 2 or 3 sizes too small, or like a whole wardrobe that's 2 or 3 sizes too small, and try and use it as motivation to lose weight. Because the thing is, you might lose weight and it might be a positive form of motivation for you, but it could also have the opposite effects, because if your weight loss goal or like general body confidence goal isn't going in the way that you want it to, then those clothes are just sitting in the wardrobe, acting as a reminder of the body that you wish you had. I feel like clothes are meant to fit you, not the other way around, and if you can't fit into an item, it's not your body's problem. It's the case of that particular item doesn't fit you, and you need to look for a particular item that just complements your body more and works with your body better. So my third tip is to find your colour and run with it. I feel like everyone has that one colour that just makes their skin tone look absolutely amazing, and just sort of like boosts their mood in a way that no other colour does. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about your favourite colour, although it can be. So in my case, my colour is, as you might have guessed from what I'm wearing, mustard yellow, or just yellow in general, but I think more yellows with like a warmer sort of undertone. So I've been doing some thinking about this recently, and I figured out that the key to finding out what your colour is working out what your skin's undertone is. So you can either have, for example, a warm or a cool undertone, or you can have sort of like coloured undertones. So I'd say I have like a warm sort of yellow undertone in my skin, which is why mustard yellow complements my skin tone so beautifully. But if you have more of like a warm reddish undertone, then a colour like orange might be your colour. But if you have more of like a cooler undertone, jewel tones like emerald or amethyst might be your sort of colours. Now, I'm no expert on this myself, because I feel like I'm still sort of learning about colours and skin tones and that sort of thing. But I think, as a given rule, the colours that will complement your skin tone will be the colours that you have in your skin's undertone, if that makes sense. So once you've found your undertone and your colour, you do have to be sort of strategic about this. So I'm not talking about necessarily, for example, in my case, going out and buying like 10 mustard yellow dresses, 7 mustard yellow pairs of trousers, 15 mustard yellow pairs of shoes. I'm just talking about like finding accessories and different items that you can just sort of like add to your outfit to just inject that pop of colour in a way that just really goes with your outfit beautifully, and also just boosts your skin tone. Now, my fourth tip is to wear clothes that accentuate the best parts of your body. So even if you're still on your self-love journey, or you're on a weight loss journey, or a weight gain journey, or any sort of bodily transformation journey, I feel like there should still be a particular part of your body that you really, really love, or at least you like. Now, your favourite part of your body could be the same as mine, so it could be your waist as well, or it could be a completely different part of the body. So for example, if you like your shoulders, then you could wear things like bardo tops to show them off. If you like your boobs, then you could wear sort of like form-fitting outfits, or even if you're into cleavage, you could wear sort of low-cut tops. And if you like your legs, then maybe try like shorter skirts, for example, or skirts and dresses that have like a slit up the leg. The thing is, when it comes to this, I don't necessarily think that just because you're accentuating the best parts of your body means that you have to hide the bits that you don't like as much, because I think body confidence should be sort of like embracing your body fully. It shouldn't be a case of like, I love this part so I'm going to show it off, but I really hate this part so I'm just going to sort of like hide it behind the scenes. Like, I'm not going to stop myself wearing a dress that I love just because it shows off to the world that I don't necessarily have the curviest body in the world, because I feel like life is too short to be depriving yourself of beautiful clothes and just depriving yourself of things that you really want to do. I just think you should make a point of showing off the parts of your body that you love and just fully embracing yourself, because I think there's something so incredibly confidence boosting about that. Now, my last tip, which might seem a little bit odd, is to have a little fashion parade just for you. Now sometimes if I'm feeling kind of down about my body or I'm just a little bit bored, I will just pick out a cute outfit and just like have a little fashion parade in my room by myself. And I find that I feel a lot better like 100% of the time when I do this. So you can do things like, you can just pick out a cute outfit with some heels and nice bags and accessories. You can even put on some makeup, or you can just embrace your natural beauty. You can take a few selfies. You don't even necessarily have to send them to anybody. You can just like sort of keep them on your phone as a reminder that you are beautiful. I feel like it's really important to hype yourself up, because I feel like if you're not your number one hype man, then who is going to be? And I also just think it's important to have self-confidence that's based on your opinion of yourself and not on the opinion of other people. If you have a foundational basis of self-confidence, then the only person that can really affect your opinion of yourself is you. And another thing is, I think it's important to dress for yourself, not dress for other people. Which is one reason why I think that it's important not to follow trends unless they are genuinely trends that you actually like. Always dress for yourself, always buy what you like, regardless of whether it's in fashion or not. There's some things that I wear which I'm sure some people are looking at me like,
that is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen.
But just develop your own individual sense of style and don't feel the need to sort of conform to what everyone else is wearing or what everyone else says that you should and shouldn't be wearing. Even in terms of your body type, like don't ever let anyone tell you that you're too skinny to wear something or too big to wear something or not curvy enough to wear something, because if you feel confident wearing it, then that's the most important thing. So that was the last tip I had to share with you guys. I really hope you found those tips helpful, and I hope they encourage you to fall in love with yourself, dress in a way that makes you feel like the best version of you, and just not be so down on yourself, because I feel like as women we are often our own worst critics. If that's the case, then please leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and head over to shewalkstall.co.uk for some posts on style with a little bit of substance thrown in. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!